Asphaleia Action's a charity. It's a charity that works with children and young people across the southeast of England and also in West Africa in Sierra Leone.
Asphaleia Action is a charity designed to provide specific services to mainly disadvantaged children and young people.
Countless number of things. That's what asphaleia does.
Asphaleia supports young people in many different ways. It provides different courses, it provides mentoring, it also does activities to engage with people. They give advice and information and guidance to people who need to make the right choice and if they're lost and don't know how to move forward.
Several years ago, in our care setup, we began to work with children who we understood were trafficked.
Day to day, it might be a meeting in the morning with a project worker who's working with a young person, they're having a difficulty. Then in the afternoon, I might be talking with Sierra Leone, talking with Zainab in Sierra Leone about what's going on there.
It does a number of things depending on the issues of the young people, and it might be confidence, it might be homelessness, it might be mental health issues, and in Africa it creates new skills and new opportunities for the young girls there.
And whilst we did care work within the houses, there seemed like there was more that needed to be done for those young people.
So the Champions Challenge is something massive, something you wouldn't think you could normally do, but it's to raise money for Asphaleia Action. It's often a challenging physical project, so it might be a long bike ride, or last year there was a kayak marathon.
I did with a group of people the London Kayakathon, which was a 26-mile paddle down the Thames.
And in the end we settled on what we felt was kind of halfway between a challenge and actually quite doable, which was a 50-mile bike ride over the South Downs Way.
And we finished at the Tower Bridge, and we did it at the same time as the London Marathon.
In the run-up to the event happening, I think the UK had had its worst rainfalls for that time of year. And of course I went straight down in the puddle and the air was just filled with shrieking.
The approach of Asphaleia Action, as it says in the name, it's about action. So where we see a need, we can set up a project to work with children and young people wherever they are.
We're constantly trying to raise money. We are constantly supporting our work in Sierra Leone, which would not exist. There's not any doubt about that. It would not be in existence. And I think we've supported 13 people's jobs in Sierra Leone for about 7-8 years.
It began with an incredible person, Zainab, who was here in Asphaleia as a carer who was caring for an accompanied asylum seeker seeking children here in Worthing. She was a refugee here and she always wanted to go back and to start a learning center like this one here in Asphaleia, but in Freetown for girls who suffered during the war.
And during the Civil War, women and girls particularly bore the brunt of the Civil War. That's left a big scar in lots of families, and the Kabul project is about working to kind of rebuild some of those families and kind of heal some of those scars so that girls who may not have had the chance to have an education get that chance to have an education, and not just have an education but actually get a job and be able to support their brothers, sisters, their own children. So that going forward they're in a good position to be mums and sisters to their family.
Yeah, we've all had a great sense of elation, great feeling of, yeah, we've done something good, we're helping people, and that was really what it was about, to help people.